everyone! Welcome back to English with Manel. Today, we're going to learn something that every English learner needs to know. Word classes, also known as parts of speech. They're like the family members of English words. Each one has its own job. But together they make beautiful sentences. By the end of this video, you'll know all about open and closed word classes. And you'll be ready to spot them in any sentence. So get ready. Let's begin our English adventure. So, what are word classes? Word classes are groups of words that have the same job or function in a sentence, or they are the groups that words belong to, based on the job each word does in a sentence. Every single word you use in English belongs to one of these classes. They help us understand how words work together to create meaning and make sentences complete. In English, we have two main types of word classes, open and closed. Let's take a closer look. You can see them right here, nice and clear. Open classes keep growing with new words every day, while closed classes stay small and steady. Ready to find out what makes them so different? Let's go! Let's start with the open word classes. Open word classes are the groups that are always growing. New words can be added to them all the time as our world changes and new ideas appear. New inventions, ideas, and trends often bring new words into these classes. There are four main open word classes: nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. First, nouns. Nouns are the names of people, places, things, or ideas. They tell us who or what we are talking about. Without nouns, we couldn't name anything around us. Second, verbs. Verbs are action words. They show what someone or something does, or what state something is in. Verbs give life and movement to a sentence. They are its heart. Third, adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. They tell us more about a person, place, or thing. They add color and detail to our language, making it more interesting and clear. Finally, adverbs. Adverbs give extra meaning to verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They tell us how, when, where, or to what extent something happens. They make our sentences sound richer and more expressive. Now let's move on to the closed word classes. You can see the four main closed word classes here. They are pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and determiners. Now, let's look at each one of them, one by one. Closed word classes are different from ones. We call them closed because we don't often add new words to them. They're smaller in number, but they play a very important role in building correct sentences. These small groups of words don't name things or actions. Instead, they help us connect, relate, or support other words in a sentence, making our language clear and meaningful. So remember, closed word classes are groups of words that rarely accept new members. But they're truly powerful in helping our sentences make sense. There are four main closed word classes, and after we learn those, we'll talk about a few more important ones that also belong to this group. You can see them right there on the left side of the board. The four main closed word classes. They are pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and determiners. Each one has a special job in English. So let's explore them one by one and see how they work. Use instead of nouns. They help us avoid repeating the same words again and again, keeping our speech smooth and natural. Prepositions. Prepositions show the relationship between words. They tell us about place, time, or direction, helping us connect ideas clearly. Now, conjunctions. Conjunctions are joining words. They link words, phrases, or sentences so our thoughts flow naturally. The last main closed word class is determiners. Determiners come before nouns and tell us which one or how many we are talking about. They help make the noun more specific and clear. Now that we know the main four, all right, let's meet the rest of our closed word class family. Here they come: articles, quantifiers, interrogatives, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and interjections. Each of these plays a special role in making our sentences complete and meaningful. Articles. Articles are small words that help us talk about nouns in a specific or general way. Quantifiers. Quantifiers tell us about quantity. How much or how many, even when we don't use numbers. Interrogatives. Interrogatives are question words. We use them to ask for information about people, things, or actions. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs, or helping verbs, work with the main verb to show tense, questions, or negatives. Modal verbs. Modal verbs show ability, permission, possibility, or necessity. They help us express ideas like what we can, must, or should do. Interjections. Interjections are short emotional words. They express feelings like joy, surprise, or sadness, adding life and emotion to our speech. Let's summarize what we learned today. Word classes tell us how every word works in a sentence. There are two main types: open classes, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Closed classes, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and determiners. Plus 6 more: articles, quantifiers, interrogatives, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and interjections. Every word in English belongs to one of these classes. And together, they make up the structure of our beautiful language. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English with Manel. And remember, every word has a job. And you are the one who makes them work together. So stay tuned and don't miss the next video. That's where our real English journey begins. See you soon, my dear learners.